I'm so excited to have you here as one of the exclusive members of our Life Design Journal. Thank you, first off, for purchasing the Life Design Journal. My goal is to stay here and help guide you how to implement the Life Design Journal strategies to change your life and design your dream life in just 1 year. So what I'm here to talk about today is how to set goals. As part of life design, you need to take your dreams and turn them into goals. So today, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that and what kind of goals you should be setting and how to set goals effectively. Goals that you're going to achieve, goals that are going to completely change your life, and for the first time ever, you're going to learn how to be successful and exactly what it takes. The first thing I want to talk about today is dreams and goals and what makes them different. So dreams versus goals, okay guys? We all have big dreams, but how do we take dreams and turn them into goals? And what really is the difference between a dream and a goal? You might have a dream which is to be financially free, but is that really a goal? No. And how do you turn that into a goal that you can plan for and actually work towards? So let's get started. Let's define what a dream is and let's define what a goal is. And we'll also talk about intentions and vision and how they're all very different but can sometimes get confused as being the same thing. So we've got dreams, we've got goals, we've got intentions, and we've got vision. Now, a dream could be all sorts of things, but let's talk about a very specific one. Maybe you have a dream of being a best-selling author. That's a good dream. Now let's talk about goals. A goal might be to publish your first book by November 30th of 2018 and to sell over 10,000 copies by November 20th of 2019. That would be a goal. An intention would be your intention for something similar to that would be, I intend to impact thousands of lives through my book. And then your vision might be, I envision myself as an influencer who has my dream car, my dream life, my dream house. I interact with people at a higher level, and I can really just picture myself living a different life once I have a best-selling book. The kind of life that you picture yourself having. So what are we aiming towards in the Life Design Journal? What we're aiming towards is how do you accomplish your dream life? Now, to accomplish your dream life, you're going to have some goals set because you have a big dream, but how do you really accomplish it? And that's what goal setting is all about. So today's video, we're going to deep dive into how to achieve your goals, how to set goals, and how to turn your dreams into goals. One of the first exercises you're going to do at the beginning of your Life Design Journal is you're going to brainstorm 12 dreams for your new life. I'm so excited for this section because really by starting to think of the kind of person you want to become and the kind of dreams you have and the kind of life you want to live, you're already on your path to achieving them. Now what we want to do in this section is help you go through these 12 dreams and figure out which ones are the best ones to start focusing on and turn into goals for your life that you can turn into goals, which you can turn into daily actions that you can take every single day to accomplish and achieve your dream life in record time. And so the first thing we want to do is, as you've brainstormed 12 different dreams, we want to talk about what's the difference between a dream and a goal. And really, the difference between a dream and a goal all comes down to how it is made. So with a dream, it is something that is really big and really broad and self-encompassing. A dream might be, I want to become financially free. And a goal is a way of realizing that dream. So if your goal is to, or if your dream is to become financially free, then a goal for that might be to pay off your car loan. Or a goal for that might be to have a certain amount of money in savings. Or a goal for that might be to earn a certain amount of money per month. All of these are goals which support your dream. So as you're going through the My 1 Year Project page in your Life Design Journal, you're going to be brainstorming 12 different dreams you have. And feel free to just flow with whatever's coming out. And after you've done that, what you should do is you should go back and evaluate each dream and see if it's a goal or a dream. And if it's not a goal, then how could you turn it into a goal? And what sort of goal setting should you do? So if I go back to my earlier example of one of your dreams being to become financially free, or that being an example, then you would look and say, okay, what sort of SMART goals could I have for this? And you might be wondering, what is a SMART goal? A SMART goal is a specific type of goal, and it's a method that's been used for many, many years to help people goal set effectively. It's proven to help you build better goals that you can actually achieve, measure, and see progress on. So it's very important that when you're setting goals, you make sure those goals are SMART goals. So let's dive in. What is a SMART goal? A SMART goal is an acronym. Each letter stands for something. The S in SMART stands for specific. So the goal needs to be specific. The M in SMART stands for measurable. You need to have a way to measure it, either quantifiably or via some sort of number or metric, or you need to have a way to know when it's for sure completed. A stands for attainable or achievable. So is this something you can even attain, and is it an achievable goal? I'm all about having aggressive goals, but they need to be somewhat realistic, or they need to be pretty realistic and attainable and achievable for you to know how to actually accomplish it. And that brings us to R, which is realistic. You want to make sure it's realistic. If your goal is to build a colony on Mars, I'm going to have a pretty hard time guiding you through what to do on it. And not only am I going to have a hard time guiding you through what to do every single day to accomplish it, but you're going to have a hard time figuring out what you should do every single day to accomplish that as well. And so you're not going to make as much progress as you think, and that's not the kind of goal we want to set here. And T is time sensitive. Whatever goal you set, you need to be able to put a deadline, a cutoff date, or a time frame for accomplishing that goal. It's really important that your goals are time sensitive so you can see the light at the end of the tunnel and really know what you're working towards and measure if you're making appropriate progress. As we start to look at these SMART goals, and you've narrowed your dreams into goals you can actually achieve and rewritten them if you needed to, what you have to do next is figure out your focus goals. And focus goals are really the 3 things that mean the most to you. A lot of people struggle with this page, and they struggle with narrowing down their large list of dreams because they feel like by narrowing it down to just 1 or just 2 or just 3, that they're giving up on their other goals. And really, there's nothing further from the truth. What you're doing by selecting to focus on a specific goal or set of goals is you're saying, this is what matters most to me right now. I'm putting my focus and energy into these goals, and by accomplishing these goals and focusing on them 100%, that's going to enable me to come back to the drawing board in a few months and pick some new focus goals and start working on those too. So the goals that you pick for your focus goals, you are not abandoning every other dream or goal that you have. You are simply choosing what means the most and what matters the most to you and what excites you the most right now. So don't get discouraged by the need to focus. Focus is one of the best tools you can use to achieve your dreams faster than you ever thought possible. If you could achieve those dream finances quicker, then those travel goals will become a little bit easier. If you can achieve your fitness goals quicker, then maybe those confidence and love goals will happen automatically. One thing I'm always curious about is seeing how goals interact with one another. So as you're choosing your focus goals, keep in mind that some goals might help other goals automatically happen. So I had a client recently who had a goal of paying off debt and who also had a goal of making a certain number of $1,000s per month. And as he was going through this exercise, he became a little frustrated because he had several goals that were very important to him, and he didn't want to focus on just 3. He said, no, Brianna, I don't want to do that. I had to remind him that certain goals will help other goals come true automatically. So his income goal, if he hit that X $1,000s per month, would he or would he not be able to automatically save the amount of money he wanted to save? And would he or would he not be able to automatically pay off debt? He's like, well, yeah, you're right. So what that means is that instead of having 3 goals, which are all synced together, think about catalyst goals. I call them tipping point goals. And a tipping point goal is, if I accomplish this goal, I will automatically tip the scales in my favor and make it super easy for me to accomplish some of my other goals. A great example of that for me is one of my goals was to make $100,000 per month in my business. I know that seems a lot for a lot of you guys. Don't worry, you don't have to go to that level. But for me, that was gonna allow me to fund some other things I was super passionate about, and that was gonna give me the leverage I needed to spread impact and touch the most people's lives. And so when I was looking at that goal, and then I looked at some of my savings goals and some of my debt goals and some other goals I had, what I realized was that if I just focused on hitting that one revenue goal within my business, then all of those sub goals would automatically become almost accomplished or very easy to accomplish. So pay attention to how goals work together, because you don't want to be trying to focus on 3 different things where really you could focus on one and it would help you accomplish all 3. So what you want to keep in mind is time frame. One of the first exercises, once you've narrowed down your three focus goals, is to then figure out, how long do I estimate it's going to take to accomplish each one of these goals? And although you're not a genie, you're not a psychic, you can't predict with 100% certainty when you're going to accomplish your goals, you should have a general idea, especially if it's a SMART goal that's not dependent on anyone but yourself to accomplish. You should have a good idea of how long you think it's going to take to accomplish. So for me, when I had the goal of writing a book, I thought it was going to take roughly 4 months to write and publish a book, self-publish a book. And so, as you put in your time frames of how long you think each of these goals is going to work, don't try to fit it all into 1 year. So I have a bad habit of wanting to get the most done, and I want it all right now. And so I try to say that things are going to take a shorter time frame than they're actually going to take. But if I'm looking to launch a podcast, and I'm looking to write a book, and I'm looking to make $100,000 per month in my business, I have to be realistic about how long each one of those takes. And by being realistic in the time frame it's going to take me to achieve each of those goals, I'm going to get done with my goals sooner and move on to the next one faster. So what you need to do is just estimate the time frame it's going to take for each one of these goals, and then see, can this be accomplished in 1 year or not? If one of my goals is going to take 10 months and the other 2 are going to take 6 months each, then that's more goals than you could possibly fit into 1 year. But you could select only 2 of them. You can start with the 10-month goal because that one's most important to you, and then move on to the 6-month goal and work on it for 2 months out of the year. You'll still have insane results and amazing progress, and you'll feel like a winner, like you have accomplished something great. So that's how you narrow down goals even further once you have your 3 focus goals based on time frame. And now when you're down to the focus goals, which you can fit into 1 year, you want to do some brainstorming, and I've given you guys some space to do some brainstorming on exactly how you could accomplish that goal. So if you're looking to lose weight, then maybe some of your sub goals would be diet goals. Maybe you could train for a marathon. Maybe you could pick up a new hobby or certain things like that. For me, one of my goals was to write a book. So I needed to come up with the outline for the book. I needed to write each chapter of the book. I needed to search for a publisher for the book. I needed to edit the book. I needed to design the cover photo. I needed to have a PR and launch strategy for the book, and all these sorts of things. Those were all mini goals which helped fill up my 10 months for writing a book. So that is a great place for you to get started. If you are lost and want to know more, please, please, please rewatch this video, and remember, SMART goals win. SMART goals get accomplished, and SMART goals help you achieve your dream life.